That's what was put on the
Okay,
docket.
On a serious note, before we go any further, I think we ought to give one moment of silence to our good friend and former colleague, Trustee Harry Piper, who lost his wife, Jane. I was over at the funeral home at Havens tonight, and Harry wished his best to all of us. He was complimenting the party and our work at the village, but he was a good man and he was a good trustee. He's one of our corporation council, so if you have a chance to give Harry a call or send him a note, please do, on the passing of his wife, Jane. The funeral service is tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I believe. It's at St. John of Arc. It's not St. Manfred's, right?
St. John.
St. John.
St. John of Arc, 11 o'clock. So if you can attend it, please do. Okay, on a more happier note, I'm here on behalf of my colleagues. It's a real honor for me to have a chance to talk tonight. And I'd like to, in sum, tell you that I think the state of the village is good. But I'd like to give you a little bit more detail on that. And I thought one interesting way to maybe approach this is to talk about some of my colleagues' activities as they contribute to the state of our village. And I'd like to start with our mayor. I think we don't realize how blessed and lucky we are to have an experienced and strong leadership of George Van Dusen. You have to think of no more than the CTA stop, which, by the way, is going to be open, we think. And the best I can get out of the village manager is late April. So you will all be invited to our ribbon cutting. And what a great accomplishment. You know what? That took... That's a direct tribute to his leadership, because that took 11 years in the making. When I first was elected trustee, one of my first votes in 2001 was to approve engineering studies for this stop and for the CTA. So we've come, it's long and hard and persistent work. I have kind of a unique vision where I get to see George in a different light. At Northwest, we have a group called the Northwest Municipal Conference that meets. It's a meeting of all villages from Lake Michigan all the way out to Bartlett, Antioch. There's probably 30 or 45 villages. When we had a talk by the Metro and the CTA, so I was in a room like this with probably 40 or 50 villages, mayors, trustees, members of their boards, village managers. And what did the RTA profile as the one most major project in transportation in the Cook County area? It was our Oakton CTA station. That was their #1 priority in the profile. So of all those mayors and managers that were sitting around that mayor, everybody was looking at Mayor Van Dusen and said, how did you pull that off? So, but in return, he's been the leader of that organization, and he has all the contacts at the Congress level, the federal level, the county level, and all in our local municipalities. All the mayors respect him. So when he calls, we get things done. So when it comes to the Illinois Technology Park, which is thriving, we have over maybe 1,200 employees. We're back to wherever we left off when the prior companies were in there. That's a thriving business district with over 18 tenants, and it's going to grow. Once that CTA stop opens, it's going to attract even more businesses. Those kind of projects, Mayor Van Dusen can pick up the phone, he can call the governor, advocate on behalf of Skokie, and get those projects going. That's the kind of leadership that we have in this village, and that's what makes the projects like the CTA happen. You know that we faced a tough decision with the road diet vote this past year. I'm just here to tell you that we're not going back. We're going forward on Oakton Street. And that's what I said on the night of the vote, and you can hold us to that promise. You're going to see $4.5 million of infrastructure improvements on Oakton Street. And you're going to see us vote, probably at our next board meeting, that we're going to take jurisdictional control of that street. So, you know, everyone agreed that the goal of the road diet was to improve the economic vitality and development of downtown. But there was a question, how are we going to get there? What is the means to get there? Some of us on the board felt that maybe the road diet wasn't quite the way to get to that final economic development. But when we take jurisdictional control of that road, we can calm the traffic, we can slow down, we can reduce the speed limit, We can take trucks off that road. We can make it pedestrian friendly. And with $4.5 million of improvements to that street, we will bring business to Skokie and to that Oakton Street area. You know, there's already 10 restaurants. Take a minute to count, or look at Chicago Magazine where we're advertising. 10 restaurants within a 3-block area in the downtown area that are thriving and doing well. At our last board meeting, we just approved infrastructure improvements for a new retail boutique shop called Nirvana. A woman who's a seasoned business operator at Navy Pier, operates a retail boutique, is going to open a new retail boutique on Oakton Street. New businesses are coming. We've had 4 new businesses just in one building that was remodeled on Oakton Street in the 4800 block. So it's coming back, and we're going to do the right thing on Oakton Street, and you're going to see a lot of improvements in the coming year. So now let's introduce our clerk, Marlene Williams. Where's Marlene? You know, I smile every time I go into Village Hall and see her in operation. What a tradition of fine services and excellent standards of operation as our village clerk. She sets the example for all of our employees. And don't think that we're not blessed by experienced staff. That's the other thing about the state of Skokie that you should realize. We have a village manager that has over 25 years of experience. Right now, I mean, and I don't want to downgrade anybody, but Boynton Grove is without a village manager. They have someone active. They're looking for a new one. And they've had 2 or 3 in just the past 10 years. We have the continuity of strong leadership both on the elected side, but also on our staff side. We have an experienced economic development director, a finance director, community development director. All these people have been in their roles for years, and they have the professionalism and expertise that improve our village. So that's another thing about the state of our village. We're strong, we have good leadership, we have experienced and talented staff. So now let's talk about one of our trustees, Don Frill. Don is in the front of the second row there. You know, Don it was really nice to be with him and his family at our celebration for 50 years. Isn't that unbelievable to be involved in village government and give to your village for 50 years? It's just incredible. Don is our go-to guy. I'm privileged to sit next to him on the village board. He's our land use expert and the guy who knows what he's talking about. So when we talk about our improvements, we're doing $10 million of improvements to Old Orchard. You're going to be amazed at some of the public areas there. They're going to have a glass cube where the playground is, so they'll have music concerts. They're going to have a new play area, a totally new play area for kids and families. There's going to be new stores. There's going to be electric car showrooms with electric cars on site for people to drive and test. I mean, they're doing some innovative things. When we were talking to the Old Orchard people, they say that Old Orchard is one of the flagship malls in the country for Westview. They're one of the highest grossing malls in the country. And they contribute about 40% of our sales tax revenue. That's one of the reasons why we don't have to raise your property taxes. So we work hand in hand with them. Our staff works hand in hand. I'm really excited about the development. You're going to see big changes at Old Orchard this year. And you'll see changes in the roadways around there because we have a lot of state highway funds that's going to change the roads, improve the roads on Golf and Skokie Boulevard. So I thank Don for all the work he does, and he leads us in our discussions on all land use matters. And you know, now we've bought up with our TIF funds a lot of the parcels in downtown Skokie along West Dempster. So you're going to see us be able to control the redevelopment of those areas. And we're going to bring good things to those areas and make sure that the right type of developers and the right type of businesses that will really thrive and hire Skokie people will be in those. So that's the things that Don contributes to us on our Board of Trustees. Trustee Edie Sucker, she couldn't be with us tonight. I hear that she's very, very sick, and so I'm sorry that she can't be here. But you should know that Edie is a real advocate for public safety in our village. And she's a real advocate for social services. She is really taking a leadership role. I want you to know that we've transformed the Traffic Safety Commission, and we've transformed it into a new commission called the Public Safety Commission. It still has, and our chair, Paul Patelis, is here tonight. Welcome, Paul, and thank you for all the work that you do. We want to take a proactive role about public safety in Skokie. and Edie's helping leading the way. She's working really hard right now with other partners in Skokie. We're having a town hall meeting on April 17th on helping our kids make good decisions. You know, the funny thing is that when those town hall meetings, we have the judges speak and the police officers and the social workers speak, it's always the parents, the good parents and the good kids come, but maybe not some of the ones that really need the advice. So Edie's really innovative and looking for ways, how do we get other kids and parents out there to this town hall and get them involved and helping make good decisions. And that's why we're starting the first chapter in Skokie of the Big Brothers, Big Sisters in District 69. We're going to have 15 kids that will have mentors, have big brothers and big sisters to help kids that maybe don't have that guidance at home to stay safe and get involved in. And I know Mike Reed in the Park District is pioneering that. They're throwing in a good deal of money, we always appreciate. And so those are good things, and Edie's leading the way. So we're going to really take the lead in Skokie. We have about 200 neighborhood watch organizations in our village. You know, the best way to solve crime is to get citizens involved. Okay, we have to be the eyes and ears for the police department. You know, you should never, never hesitate to call the police. They are very, very responsive. They want to do the right thing. They want to catch those burglars out there. They want to be active in the community and keep you safe. But we all need to be part of the solution to that. And that's why you're going to see the Public Safety Commission really push. We're going to get more and more neighborhood watches. We want every block in Skokie to have a neighborhood watch. That's going to be one of our goals for the Public Safety Commission this year. So let's talk about Trustee Michelle Bromberg. Where's Michelle? You know, Michelle is a nurse and is a leader in the state of Illinois for nurses. You know, she's really our go-to person on health issues and safety. You can always, she's done always inform the discussion when it comes to traffic safety and health issues. She works hand in hand with Dr. Kennard at our health department. You know, again, we're blessed with a tremendous, how many health departments have a medical doctor with a background in public health? That's who leads our health department. You know, it's not somebody who just has a degree, someone who come up to the ranks. We have a medical doctor. And now she's put in place really a world-class vaccine program. When we did the H1N1, people, I was a volunteer. People were coming from Chicago, from all the suburbs. They were coming to Skokie for the vaccines because we had the program. We had it set up. And now Dr. Kennard has gotten recognition from the Centers for Disease Control. We have a national model for how we do vaccines. And that's due to her leadership and her experience. So another thing about the state of Skokie, another good staff leadership position that's really working for the good of our citizens. And let's talk about Trustee Pramod Shaw. Where's Pramod? You know, Pramod is our budget hawk, our businessman. I can always count on him, and he's also a cultural door opener. You know, he and I, we've gone to a number of events recently. We've been at the ELL Center talking to the immigrants group of new women who want to be empowered and be part of our village government and have a voice. And Pramod was kind enough to give them his experience and advice. We've been with the Latinas of Skokie. Pramod has opened the door, and he keeps us aware of all cultural diversity here in Skokie. And he really is a valued member of our board. He'll be the one that asks all the budget questions. You'll see, he's always looking out for our budget. You know, and I'd like to tell you the state of the village is good on our finances. You know, we have 8 revenue sources other than property tax. And the latest report, we're waiting for the December for our sales tax. That's going to be a big one. But our revenue is keeping current with our expenses, and actually we're a little ahead. So I think the economy's coming back, and I think we're doing fine. We're on target for our budget for the year, so we're doing well. But thank you, Pramod, for all the work you do on the budget. You know, we'll be scrutinizing the budget. It's going to be next few months. We'll be passing a new budget. We're going to be looking at our staffing levels, making sure that we spend your money wisely. And Pramod's going to lead the way on that. Trustee Michael Ward, where's Michael? You know, I just wondered how well-deserved it is for him to be the vice chair. You know, if you look around this room and you see who's here at 6:15 and who will be here at 8:30 tonight cleaning up, There's a small group of people that do a lot of the work, and Michael's always among that number. And he is a leader in our party, and you know, he's really been a fresh voice on our trustee. He will ask the hard questions. He's fearless. He will think outside the box. He's jumped in with both feet on economic development. He and Promote are leading the way on our West Dempster economic development. They've been meeting with the business people up there. We desperately want to see that succeed. And Michael's got the background and the skills. He's asking the right questions and moving us in the right way. So he's doing an excellent job. Just to leave you just with a little caveat. On Saturday, the mayor and I and Trustee Promote were at the Northwest Municipal Conference meeting with our legislators. We had a number of senators. Senator Biss was there, or Representative Biss, we hope Senator Biss soon. And they warned us that the state of Illinois has $8.5 billion in unpaid bills. They have a pension system that's structurally unsupportable. They have Medicaid rates, or expenses rising 5% or more a year that are unsustainable. There's huge economic problems. And and this is where Mayor Van Dusen, he has the relationship with our representatives and our senators, including the Speaker of the House, where we don't want to get hurt. We don't want the state of Illinois to balance their budget on our backs by having more local taxes or taking our revenue sources away. So there's some dangers out there, but as long as we keep going, I think the state of Skokie is good. So, we have to paint the final picture here. We have strong leadership by our mayor. We have experienced village managers and staff in place. We have a long tradition of excellent public service. We're financially stable. We have a AAA bond rating. We're doing well financially. And we deliver services to our public, I think, are really unparalleled anywhere around. For a homeowner that has a home with about $300,000 of value in Skokie, you pay about $40 a month for all village services. Police, fire, public service, your sidewalks get plowed, your alleys get plowed, all the public services, the village's health department, animal control, all those services, $40 a month. I think that's a great value to our citizens, and we're trying to spend the taxpayers' money wisely. I think we're going forward this year with some progressive programs. We're going to have more public safety programs. So at this point, I'd like to say Skokie's in good hands and doing well. Thank you.